The moral is simple. Honor the past, but let truth lead the future. Because real culture is not what we inherit, it is what we create. And nowhere is this more urgent than when we look at one of the hardest truths of all, the culture of slavery. Because some of the traditions we inherited are not just outdated, they are unjust. Culture is more than food, clothing, or language. It is the behavior we inherit, often without questioning where it came from. And one of those inherited behaviors was slavery. Slavery didn't arrive in Africa as a foreign idea. It was a normalized institution built into the social and economic systems of many tribes and kingdoms. Tribal wars often ended with the losers being sold, not just into labor, but into lives of servitude across the continent and beyond. We inherited a culture where enslaving others was seen as a mark of success, where the selling of a fellow African became a family's path to wealth or power. This wasn't an exception, it was cultural, and it was passed down, generation to generation. The belief that some people were born to rule while others were born to serve was etched into traditions, into dances, into rituals. The culture of slavery did not need European ships to begin. It already lived in the minds of the people. Culture can be beautiful, but not all culture is sacred. Some of it is rotten, and we must have the courage to say so. If we glorify the past without examining its flaws, we repeat them. Our ancestors had wisdom, but they also had blind spots, and the culture of slavery was one of them. The Arabs did not bring slavery. They joined an existing system. The Europeans did not invent it. They expanded it. The foundation had already been laid by African hands. That is not an easy truth to accept. But if our culture is built on unchallenged lies, then it is not truly ours. It is our prison. And even today, we still see the remnants of that culture. The value placed on hierarchy, the silence around our own involvement in oppression, the pride in traditions that once included the bondage of others. To move forward, we must be honest. Cultural pride without truth is just inherited ignorance. We do not honor our ancestors by copying their mistakes. We honor them by correcting them, by evolving. The culture of slavery ends when we stop preserving it as heritage and start rejecting it as injustice. Because truth has no tribe, and real culture grows from honesty. This is where our journey begins, with the courage to question, to look at what we have inherited in religion, in culture, and in history, and to ask, does this reflect truth? When we seek truth first, everything else begins to change. Faith becomes personal, culture becomes living, and history becomes a lesson. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Beyond the Veil. And I'd love for you to be a part of this journey. Make sure you subscribe, share this video with a friend, and leave a comment to let me know what stood out to you.